Hey guys, welcome back to the channel in the Alma series. Unfortunately, we had some audio issues. I was messing around with audio tracks and all this stuff. I'll kind of go through it later in the video, but the first about 6 minutes of this video is time-lapse, because in my recording on OBS, I checked the audio and stuff just by watching the video, and it was fine. Everything was fine. And then we put it into OBS and it's not. So we don't have any. I originally thought we didn't have the in-game sound, but then it turned out that we didn't have my mic. So I don't know. Everything was all screwed up. So I talk about it later. You'll hear about it. So apologies for that. But if you want to just skip to where it's not a time lapse, about the 6-minute mark, I will have it timestamped down below in the description. But other than that, enjoy the video, and I'll talk to you guys at about the 6-minute mark. Welcome to October 2, and it is about 9:30 in the morning. We had a bit of a delay this morning because it did rain a bit last evening, and we just needed to wait to get the, the dew off, the wet off the field a little bit more. Obviously with baling too, you don't want to have super wet straw, so we are at it now, 9:30. The cows are fed up, so those chores are done this morning, and Bobby is going. Pretty much left the farm at the same time, and he's in the case drilling wheat in this backfield here right behind us as we are baling. So baling up this soybean straw. Not sure that it actually is any different to real straw, real straw. Like, your regular wheat straw or whatever, rye straw, or I think we're just going to end up selling it right off the field. I believe I said that in one of the earlier portions of the video. Also, apologies for the lack of in-game audio during the first portion of this video, because I was trying a new method there that I noticed MrFarquar, good buddy of the channel, highly recommend checking out his channel. He has been doing a bit different editing style, as have I, a bit more hectic type of thing. It's a bit more, a lot more cuts and making sure your audio, or your, flow of your voice and your dialogue is a lot more neat. Not as much of the delays, but he kind of started doing that too, but his is different. He only edits his audio. His gameplay is smooth. As you guys have seen lately, my gameplay is, it's kind of choppy, it's kind of chaotic, I guess is a good word. But his, and that's both the gameplay and the audio. But his is just the audio, not the gameplay. And I said, oh, so he must be having, or he must have his audio and his gameplay, or his in-game, I guess, audio on two different tracks. And I don't know why I ever didn't think of that, but, and it's not good to say that I'm gonna start doing that, but because I kind of like the way that we've had it lately, how the videos are. It seems like it's video or view retention and stuff has gone up too, which none of you really care about, but it's just one of those things that, you think about as a guy making videos, right? So yeah, I messed with that because I was like, oh, that might come in handy, at some point. And yeah, I think I messed it up. Surprise, surprise, right? Me messing up audio. That's not very surprising. So looks like Bobby's having some issues back there. Now he is sorted out. So yeah, you can see Bobby going. He's getting his first, looks like he's just finishing up his first headland pass there. Things are going smoothly this morning. It's always good to kind of break up the harvest, right? I don't know. I mean, I feel like the harvest videos are always like the most fun, and exciting. But it's also kind of monotonous, you know what I mean? It's just, we're in the combine or the grain cart, and that's what we do. There's not a whole lot to it. So it's kind of nice to start the video with something different maybe, and then break it up in the middle like we are right now with doing a little bit of baling and planting and stuff. So I just, when I try to make videos, I try to think of what I would like to watch, you know what I mean? And that's different to what some people would like to watch, but I know there's plenty of you guys that enjoy it, so I appreciate you all. So I guess this is a great time to shout out usually I wait till the end of the video, but shout out to the YouTube channel members. We are up to, last I checked, we were up to 67 members, which is pretty wild. And it seems like the early viewership to videos has been good. This one well, you don't know that, but this one will not be early because I've been lacking on getting time to record on here, just due to multiple different things. One being just I've been working on some map stuff, which has been kind of fun with MRG and row crop a bit. They've helped me out a little bit over in MRG's mapping Discord, as well as recently as of yesterday, we got access to Large H's edit of Richland, so I've been spending some time on there, messing around on that. You know, me being selfish with my time, I guess, not using my time to record. But yeah, this will be out hopefully Wednesday. So, anyway. So shout out to you guys are awesome. Shout out to Midwest Farmer and Duane Baker. You guys are, if you don't know, his name is Duane Baker, but it's kind of a thing in BigRigFrosty's channel. Big fan of BigRigFrosty. If you haven't checked him out, definitely check him out too. Good buddy. Duane is a big supporter of Frosty's channel, and he's been hanging out in ours too. So him and Midwest Farmer have been very, very generous in live streams lately, gifting subs, and yeah, it's really cool. So appreciate you guys specifically. You guys are awesome. And to anybody else that's joined and gifted, you guys are awesome as well. To end my plug, hit the like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Hope everybody's staying safe and warm. It's been a wild ride here in the Midwest, in the northern Midwest. Well, it sounds like anywhere really. Kentucky's getting it. So yesterday in the live stream, Bar S said Texas. I think his name is Bar S. Texas had some snow, so it's wild. It's a cold time here. It's kind of crazy because we haven't hardly had anything, and now we're just getting pounded all across the U.S. with it. I just got stuck in my driveway dropping my daughter off this morning at her grandma's. That was fun. The snow plows come by and they push a bunch of snow into your end of your driveway, and I was like, it doesn't look too bad. We can get through it. Couldn't get through it. It hung us up just enough to where we lost traction, and yeah, so I had to trek my way through the deep snow, get snail all up in my boots, and to go to my barn to get a shovel and grab 2 pieces of 1x4 and stuck them close to my tires and rocked my way out eventually. So I guess enough about my adventures, my real life adventures. Let's get back to farming, eh? Still plugging along here. Got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swaths left to bale. I honestly think Bobby's probably still working on his headlands. Looks like it. The drill's not very big, so that does take a little bit of time. Luckily, we have enough tractors now that we don't need that tractor to be utilized during harvest. Maybe, just might so happen that Bobby will finish up drilling and Bill and I will be doing harvest ourselves. So we'll see. We'll see how long that takes Bobby, but we should be done here before noon, and then we'll just hop right over back to the farm. We'll get this baler unhooked, and we'll get this tractor hooked back up to those wagons, and honestly, we can move right back down to the field. It's right down next to the farm, so it's not gonna take us too long to move down there. And yeah, we should be done with beans here by 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, so if everything goes well. Doubt we're gonna start on corn yet until probably October 3, because we gotta kind of switch the combine around a bit. Older combines takes a little bit longer to get the combine switched up to be ready for corn compared to some of the newer combines these days. So probably spend the rest of the afternoon/evening after bean harvest getting that done, and we're on to corn, so that'll be good. It's be exciting. So I'll finish up here. We'll get everything ready and around up at the farm, and we'll catch you guys when we start getting in the beans again. Alrighty guys, welcome back. We are in the field. We pulled an audible on Bobby. So that field that he was planting wheat in needs pH. Needs lime spread on it real bad. Luckily he only did 3 headlands in that whole amount of time that we were out there baling. Yeah, it's some inputs out the window, but we called them off. We're saying we're gonna end up cultivating that in. That's on me. That's my bad for not realizing the condition of that soil. So we got put some lime on that. Had him go and load up all the bales and all that stuff, and he got that done. And now he is starting to drill wheat in that front field that we had the bales on. Well, if we would have done it right, we should have put the bean straw down on that back field, and then not done it on the front field, because the pH level is pretty good on that front field. So it's more about getting the soil right for next year in that back field, and then we'll run the cultivator through it. What we did plant, which should kill the seed or whatever that we put in there, so it won't grow anything. We'll throw some lime down probably tomorrow morning on that ground. And then when we get a chance to run the cultivator through it this fall, we will do that. But in the meantime, we are in the combine, so myself and Bill today. No, we're not running a grain cart. Going old school with it. No grain cart. Just me in the combine, Bill running wagons. Bill probably is going to be sitting there for most of the day. He might make one trip. Maybe. We'll see, but we're getting this headland off, and as you can see, we got our GPS, our Green Star 3000 installed here. The older model there with that brown box, no screen or anything on it. We got the globe installed on the hopper tank there as well. We're looking good, looking official. It's pretty cool. I'm happy to have the Green Star installed on this too. Then we got to get some GPS on the 9420 to run some tillage with this fall. I mean, we don't have to, but it sure would be nice, because that's going to be the tractor we're running. And we already have auto steer on the new old tractor, the 8970 or 8960. I always forget the model number of that. We'll probably just swing around once we get a little bit of a hole cut here by the wagons. We'll probably just dump here. You know, I know we're not even close to full, but it's kind of how it works when you're not running a grain cart. You kind of just dump when you can. Cut a little bit of a hole here, and we will get emptied. So I'm going to keep cutting these headlands. Once we're done with the headlands, I'll catch up with you guys. Alright, so we are cutting our first up-down pass here. You can see we are going at a pretty steep angle here. These beans are kind of tough here today still, even though it's been a while. They've had plenty of time to dry, and the weather's been pretty dry here as well, and warm. I mean, it's 75 or 74 in October. Feels like we need to go on a pretty steep angle there to get those beans cut. I mean, you usually cut your beans on an angle anyway, but pretty slight angle usually. Usually nothing too crazy. We cut that hole. We get down here to the north side of the field so we can get this other headland off. But I just kind of wanted to stop in and show you guys that we're going on a pretty decent angle there. Maybe some of you will think that's not very steep at all, but I feel like they're cutting pretty good that way. The headlands are now cut. And we are running the up-downs with the auto steer. Hands off the wheel, free and easy. Gotta love it. Do gotta dump though. Free and easy down the road I go. A little bit of country music from Sim for you. You're welcome. You got a pretty beautiful voice, I know it. I know it. Alrighty. And that is our second dump finished. It seems like it fills up a lot faster on headlands for some reason. I don't know if it just feels like you're, you know, it goes faster because you're kind of busy focusing on the headland compared to your up downs. You're just going in straight lines and then turning around, going straight again. But it always, for me, it always feels like it fills up a lot quicker. I don't know if you guys are the same. But. So we are gonna drill wheat in this field as well. I was thinking about doing some rye again this year. Then I thought otherwise. We're more familiar with wheat. It feels like the rye yielded pretty good. I think that's just me looking at the bin and how much crop we have in the bin and what field it was in our biggest field. So that also kind of skews things as well. So I actually feel like it didn't yield as much as I was hoping. Obviously, we've yet to sell it, so that'll obviously make a difference too. So maybe once we get our rye sold, we'll come up with a different conclusion to that. But we're gonna not do rye again this year. We might actually do some oats in the spring. Oats or barley, actually, in the spring. Because we will have that one extra field that needs to be put into something. The one that we are going to spread lime on. And I think that's going to be another cereal crop. Just to kind of maintain that similarity between the two fields. And yeah, so that's kind of the plan for our cereal crops this year. So we'll have... You know what Bobby's doing? Bobby's doing pretty good there. So obviously we're going to lime this. We're going to chisel, or we're going to cultivate that in. This is going to be wheat. This will also be wheat. And then this will be oats. Tentatively oats. These fields will go into corn. And then there's got to be another cornfield somewhere. Well, we got off our GPS track. Uh-oh, we were messing around with the map and we got off. Oh, jeez. What happens? Start not paying attention. You start to get complacent. Oh my goodness, look at that. We got way off. What in the world? This is a terrible farmer. What poor efficiency. I always try and go through like what we're gonna put in. But then I feel like it always ends up changing. Because it feels like we're not gonna have a ton of corn. But if we buy a new field, that'll be corn. Any of the cornfields will be in beans, so we're gonna have quite a bit of beans next year. Well, I guess we'll just start over down here. We're closer down here, we might as well just run this. So, I don't know, depending on what field we get, we actually might have a pretty decent amount of corn. I always try and talk strategy with you guys, but I do it on the fly and it all ends up getting changed. Usually, so yeah, that is what it is. Oh, this field. So this was rye, so that'll be corn. Corn. That's a pretty good amount of corn. Beans. And then yeah, we'll probably put in whatever field we do buy into corn as well. I honestly have no idea what field we'll end up buying, but maybe I'll stop paying attention again and look at the map while we're running our up downs and kind of get an idea again, because then we can talk about it when I come back to you guys. So we're gonna keep going, and as always, we'll catch up with you guys shortly. And we are on to the last cut-in of bean harvest. Year 3 should be the last cut-in, I say. I mean, if my maths do me right, we did just dump as well. Those wagons are only at like 61% full. Bill did move those a little bit closer, and he got himself pointed towards the field exit or entrance, depending on what you're doing. And that's pretty much all the moving he's done. So he sat here for the last few hours, just sitting there. We probably could have let him have the day off. We could have just done this ourselves. It is closing in on the evening time now, though. The sun is starting to go down, and I am excited to be done with the first part of fall harvest. Soon to be on to corn and running our new dryer. I'm excited to see how that works. Hopefully everything runs smoothly. I mean, we have tested it a little bit with all the augers and all the bins and all that stuff, so and it seemed to work fine, relatively fine, so hopefully that continues. And hopefully we're not waiting on the dryer all too much, because that is definitely a possibility. But with that, I think we have gone on long enough, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely thank you all so much for watching. Hit that like button if you'd enjoyed the content. Hit that subscribe button if you're still here and want to see more on the channel. And with that, guys, I'm off. We'll catch you in the next one.